session, we're going to smoke salmon. Not only will it be delicious, it will be significantly cheaper than the commercial variety, and it will be far better for you. The first step of the smoking process involves using a dry brine. And the purpose of the dry brine is twofold. One, it injects salt for preservation purposes. Two, it removes some of the moisture from the fish, and again, a lower moisture content adds to the preserving quality of the smoking process. So what I use is kosher salt because it's coarse and it has no iodine. Iodine would inject a bitter flavor to the brine. The other ingredient is dark sugar. And the ratio is roughly 2 parts salt to 1 part sugar. And the two are mixed together in a bowl, like so. Here's a cup of salt, half a cup brown sugar, and mixed into a homogeneous mix. It looks pretty homogeneous. And this brine will then be applied to the underside and top side of each fillet. It will then be refrigerated for about 2 hours. Removed from the refrigerator, the salt will be washed off from the fillets. The fillets will be thoroughly rinsed and then put on the rack to dry, perhaps overnight, in a refrigerator, uncovered. Or they can be left to dry, air dry, for an hour or two and then smoked right away. What you'll find is that as the fillets dry, they develop a shiny, sticky surface, and that surface is called the pellicle. And it will tell you that the fillet has been properly salted and dried. The easiest and cleanest way to oil the smoking racks is to use an oil spray and to spray it inside the dishwasher like this. The overspray goes into the dishwasher and it will be automatically clean the next time the dishes are washed. Now here's some beautiful salmon fillets. They've already been brined in a dry brine of salt, that is kosher salt, and brown sugar. They've been washed and they've been drying in the refrigerator overnight, uncovered. Note how they have a shiny surface. This surface is called a pellicle, and it's a result of the salting and drying process. In the next step, I will be placing the fish fillets on the smoking racks, and I will then introduce some hickory chips into the smoker, plug it in, and we're ready to go. Well, here are these gorgeous fish fillets again, and I place the thinnest fillets on top, and the reason for that is it allows me to remove them earlier in the smoking process without having to remove the entire smoking apparatus. Since they're right on top, I can reach in, test them, see if they're done, and remove them when they're ready. The rest of the fillets go on the other racks. Try not to have them too close to the edge because the edge does get warmer, and try not to have them overlap. This looks just about right. So now the next step will be to place them inside the smoking box like this. here's the electric cord, but put the cover on top. Place the wood chips in the smoking pan. Place the pan inside the box. And then take the whole apparatus outside and plug it in. The whole fish will smoke for approximately 4 to 6 or 7 hours, depending on the external temperature. And I'll give you hints as we go along in the smoking process how to tell when it's ready. Well, it's been about 2 hours now, and it's time to check the status of the thinner fillets. Let's open the smoker. Oh, smoke never smelled so good. Now here are the fillets. You can see that they're slightly turning darker, and they're beginning to ooze some liquid down the sides. And if you look carefully, the edges are turning a nice golden brown, but the middle isn't quite there yet, and if you touch it, it's still soft. It needs to go about another hour or so. It's been about 3.5 hours with an outdoor temperature of 85 degrees, and it's time to check those thin fillets again. And there's that wonderful smoke. And yes, they look browner. Look at this nice golden brown on the edges. The fish feels a little firmer. You don't want it too firm, but it's definitely firmer than it was in the raw state. So the fillets, the thin fillets, are ready to come off after about 3.5 hours at an outdoor temperature of 85 degrees.